everybody. It's Steve Waters from WFLS.
Hunter from Live 93.3.
And we're about ready to brew beer. This is our head brewer, Ferdinand. First off, very cool name, Ferdinand. That's a cool name, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
We're surrounded by equipment. I don't know about you, Hunter. I know nothing about brewing beer.
I know how to drink beer real good.
We know how to drink it, but this guy's going to tell us how we brew it. What are we looking at?
So the process can be broken down into 3 simple steps. Wort production, the boil, and fermentation.
So what are we doing first?
So first, what we're doing right now is wort production. We add barley to our hot liquor to make the wort. It sits there for about half an hour, and then we'll start running it off with our kettle.
Can we get a look at?
Yeah, sure.
Can we get a look at some of this equipment so everybody can see? What are we looking at?
So this is the barley that we mix with our hot liquor.
So if I were to drink that right now, what does that taste like?
It's very sweet. You want some actually?
I don't.
Come on, Hunter. You
Maybe.
just said, what does it taste like?
But it's just the barley. There's no in water.
Yeah, so the barley has a lot of starch in it, and after about half an hour, all that starch is converted to sugar, and so it's very, very viscous and very sweet.
Okay.
It is a lot like oatmeal.
Is it?
Yeah.
It looks like oatmeal.
I mean, instead of using, I actually threw some oats in here, but instead of oats, it's barley.
That's cool. So when you make different kinds of beers, does that mean you put different things in this part?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you want to make like a chocolate stout, for example, you use barley that's been heavily modified. It's been cooked in a kiln, and so it's been burnt. And that burnt flavor, when you add something like this, comes out as a chocolatey flavor.
Oh, cool.
Chocolatey coffee, depends on how it's prepared.
What's the next step? What's behind you? Where do we go from there?
So once we're ready to run off, we'll start filling our kettle. This is where the boil happens. This is where the hops come into play. We'll throw hops in the very beginning of the boil, and that's going to make the beer bitter. IPAs are very well known for their bitterness.
Yeah.
Well, more lately, I guess, it's the lack of bitterness, but either way. Later on in the process, we'll add a flavor addition, which is about halfway through the boil. We'll capture some more bottles, so we'll get a lot of the hop flavor out of it. At the very end of the boil, we'll dump a lot in and capture even more of the bottles, and that's going to give us a lot of our hop aroma.
Okay.
What's the video game console right behind you? This looks pretty high tech right there.
It's fantastic. This is the most computer I have to use in a day. This just controls different valves.
I was wondering how to spell wort. Now I know.
Yeah.
It's the wort pump. Excellent. You got to have one of those. That's important, right?
Absolutely. Got to do the job with something. And so this helps me move beer around the place. I can fill up tanks with water if I need to. Turn my
And
burners
all of
on
this
and off.
stuff goes through all of these, so it's not like anything you physically have to do. You just press a button and it just
Most of the
like
time.
Willy Wonka.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You could follow it around. The white pipes you see over here is all glycol. That's used to chill the beer down.
Okay.
So when we're ready to crash something.
And these big tanks that most people are familiar with when you think about a brewery, you think about these big visible tanks. That's fermentation, or what is that?
Yes. So that's where the beer gets converted to alcohol, the wort.
That's the important part, Hunter. That's where the beer becomes alcohol.
Can I just put my face under that? Is
See how much you can chug?
Yeah.
Sure. Right now, it's only going to be all yeast, but.
Oh,
later.
that's gross.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
you don't want to.
Yeah.
And it should come out right here.
And so that's everything from the one that was over there?
Yes.
It's coming in here?
Yeah.
It's really hot.
It is. It's probably about 140 degrees.
Oh.
Right now, I'm just dialing in the flow rate. If I run off too quick, I'll cause channeling in here, and that's just going to leave too much sugar behind, and we won't be able to get the alcohol content we're looking for here.
I'm curious. Are you curious, Steve?
Yeah.
What the alcohol content on our beer is going to be?
Yeah.
Right around 6%.
Okay, that's not bad.
respectable. That's respectable.
I can get down with that.
This is kind of a one-off, and so funny things happen during your first one-off.
Yeah.
Usually you get either too much sugar or not enough, and so it could end up being closer to 7% or about 5.5. We can water it down if that's going to be the case, if we're going to make a 7% beer, or if you really want 7% beer.
I'm good with 7%. I don't know about you.
All day long. Twice for breakfast.
Basically a mash tun full of barley that's draining. It's about to dry out, and it soaks up sugar like a sponge. I'm going to rinse it out. We call it sparging. So I'm just going to pour more hot liquor on top of it to sort of filter through.
Okay. And then so we've got the water going in there, and it's coming down the bottom, going into here.
Yep.
Right? Okay. How's this one doing?
We got a ways to go.
Looks like it.
Like that stores your beer. How hard is it to clean that thing out from one beer to the next? Because it's got to be really sterile, right?
Yeah, it's not too bad. You just gotta hire a guy named Sean and have to do it for you.
Right there. Just walked out. He smelled work. He was like, I don't want to get involved.
Have you ever made a flavor or a beer that's totally wacky?
Yeah, we call them kitchen sink beers. So usually those will come out when we've got a break in the brew schedule for things that we have to make when we got time to make something, and we've got a bunch of leftover weird ingredients that have been sitting around forever we want to get rid of.
Yeah.
So we'll take what we can and see if we can think of something good to make with it that's just random.
Are they good generally, or do they normally taste like poop?
That's a really good question. So I can do a pretty good job of imagining what it's going to taste like. If you cook it all,
Yeah.
you make dishes, but you just had random ingredients. You want to put something together. You can sort of imagine like what goes together, what doesn't. So that's sort of how we approach the process. So I don't know, 70% of the time it comes out pretty good, and 30% of the time you mess up and figure out how to cover it up.
Throw it away.
I hate throwing away beer. There's usually a fix. You can throw a Band-Aid on it or something.
All right, so Ferdinand, we're brewing a pineapple IPA, right? That's our brew. Pinetapple. Where do we put the pineapple in? I mean, I'm guessing we don't just bring in pineapples and dump them over here in the mash or over there. How does that work?
We like to do things smarter, not harder. So everything's about getting rid of labor. We're going to wait till fermentation's done and pump the pineapple into the bottom and just let it sit for a couple days, and it's ready to go.
Oh, I got you. So that's going to be over here in these big tanks. So once it's in there, we're going to get a bunch of pineapples. We're going to pump them up into the tank.
I cheated a little bit. I bought puree.
Oh, all right. That's probably be easier.
Yeah. One of the difficulties with using real fruit is how sanitary it is. 'Cause real fruit's loaded with wild yeasts and stuff. And earlier when I was talking about making simple sugars, the wild yeast will eat everything. And so it's going to change the flavor profile of beer, change the balance. We try and avoid that.
Gotcha.
So this is the wort, right? The wort that we're gonna drink. We're gonna try and drink it and see what it tastes like.
Yeah, it's just the wort, not the beer yet.
That's actually pretty good.
It's interesting. I don't know how do you describe that?
It's kind of like
It's like the
Vegetables.
oatmeal water.
Exactly. That's exactly what
Like
it
that's
is.
what it tastes like. Like after you eat oatmeal and you drink what's left. Am I the only one who does that?
You are. You tip your bowl up.
Think so?
Yeah, there you
That's what that tastes like.
Alcohol in this? Then why are we drinking it? For crying out loud.
just calories.
That's pretty good, actually.
It is not bad. I can see why you put that in coffee.
Yeah.
It is very cereal tasting.
Yeah. There you go.
All right, Hunter's got the hops. I got the hose. So if it starts foaming up, I need to hit it.
Yeah, you just don't let it come out of the van well.
Those are the hops going into our beer, our Pinetapple. It's cool. What are these hops, Ferdinand?
Zythos and Velma.
Ah, sounds like superheroes.
I'm worried I'm gonna mess it up.
No, you're doing a great job. You're killing it.
I'm so good at this beer making.
Oh. Yeah, good timing. Hit it again. And don't forget, if it splashes out, hit her feet. Do it again, do it again.
I'm a little nervous.
You can probably jump the rest in. Oh, back up.
Yeah,
Success!
we look stable. Yay!
Yay!